As you guys know, on this channel, I like to bring you and share with you some of the best mobile games that you could play right now. And sometimes I bring you games that are upcoming, so you have something to look forward to. Now, all of you know Raid Shadow Legends. It's a turn-based strategy game. So today I'm sharing with you 15 games like Raid Shadow Legends that are different, that you should try. Now, although this is a video focusing on turn-based strategy games like Raid Shadow Legends, I really did feel that Raid Shadow Legends itself should be part of the list, being one of the leaders in the space. If you're someone who has not yet tried Raid Shadow Legends, I highly suggest you do. Yes, you could pay money to unlock new characters inside of the game, and it has that mechanic, but it is done extremely well. The game looks incredible, and honestly, it's a leader in its genre. I personally enjoy playing Raid Shadow Legends and play it time to time. It has an intense grind for you to unlock new heroes, but it's something that's always changing, always being updated, and always having new players enter the space. Number 2 on today's list is Knighthood, maybe one of the most artistically pleasing games that you're going to see on today's list, and one that is a ton of fun to play. One of my favorites, actually. In this game, you have different characters with characters behind, of course, where you control their abilities. And of course, you control your gauntlet, which is, well, it's your fist. And it's the powers that come with the fist. This game is not one of the biggest titles on today's list, but it's one of the most fun. I've probably spent 20 to 30 hours playing this game, upgrading my character, upgrading my gauntlet, and unlocking new abilities. And throughout that time, I really did enjoy my stay. It's one that you really can't go wrong downloading. I mean, at the end of the day, it's free to play. Give it a try and see if you like it. Number 3 on today's list is Marvel Strike Force, probably another one of the more popular games. Extremely polished title, with Marvel characters that you already love and graphics that are probably some of the best in class on mobile out of all different genres. A huge grind for upgrading here, but the PvP elements of this game is incredible. This has a long time player base with new players coming all of the time, with updates coming all of the time, new heroes coming all of the time. You guessed it. Find your favorite heroes, take them into battle as you squad up with your own characters and with your friends. So far, if you guys are enjoying the video, drop down, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on my next videos. And while you're down there, put in there some games that you may like, games that you may want me to check out for an upcoming video. Next up is Age of Magic, and I'll tell you, every game on today's list is not the most popular game on the market. We have to throw some games in here that maybe you haven't heard of, or maybe are just a change from some of the larger titles that you've played a ton of. Sometimes you want a game with a smaller community. Sometimes you want a game that's different from what everyone else is playing. Age of Magic is one of those games. It's no secret that the game looks something like Raid Shadow Legends, and to be honest with you, the gameplay in the majority of these games are fairly similar, but they all bring a different twist and they all have something good, like a hidden gem. Now, we talked about artwork and we talk about differentiation, being different in the class. AFK Arena from Lilith Games is a game that is different. This is a turn-based strategy game that has you playing even when you're not at your phone. Now, something cool about this game is it does play different than your typical turn-based strategy games. The combat is consistent. It's a different style of turn-based strategy, and it's one that's done very well. I actually really enjoy this game for the artwork, the progression, the difference in gameplay that we're used to from others in this genre. And honestly, Lilith Games is a mastermind in the mobile space. They've made plenty of games that are hugely successful with great communities, and they support their game for the long run. So if you're looking for a game that you know you can guarantee is going to be around for years to come, whether you decide to spend money inside of the game or just want a long-term experience, AFK Arena is one that will fit the bill. In addition to that, while your phone is off, you're still battling. And when you turn it back on, when you're ready to go back and play, there is a mound of riches for you to collect. The wealth is impeccable. The game is fun. Next on today's list is Tap Tap Heroes. I love the artwork in this game. I think that the colors and the way that the characters are built are different than any of the games that we've seen so far on today's list. Now, obviously we're watching a cinematic trailer right now, but these are the characters that you would be seeing within the gameplay itself. It's your typical turn-based strategy gameplay, your typical grind, and it's just done a little bit differently here with different characters. Not one of the most popular in the space on mobile devices, but definitely a solid game, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the future of where they go. And here's a new one that you maybe haven't seen before, but is beginning to make a space in the market. I'm talking about VALOR Legends, and looking at this game, it really does remind me of the artwork that we're used to seeing from Knighthood, which gives me an instant fan status. I love the way that the game looks. I'm intrigued about how the game plays, and I'm curious to see how long it's gonna last. Even Disney has made an entrance into this space, introducing Disney's Sorcerer's Arena. No better way to get kids started young in this space so they can spend money in the genre when they get to be teenagers. This is a really great game though, whether you're into Disney or not. It's done really well. 5v5 combat with PvP that's a lot of fun also, and characters that of course we all know. Sorcerer's Arena has been around since the beginning of time. One of the OGs in the turn-based strategy genre on mobile devices, done really well, and I said it was around for a long time, so this is proving that it has withstood the test of time. If you play this genre, and if you play a lot of games from here, you have probably touched and played Sorcerer's Arena. Because it's been around so long, it makes you feel that it's just a consistent game. Maybe not the best graphics, but definitely solid gameplay. Gameplay that still stands and can fight with the best of them today. Magnum Quest, another new one on today's list, a newer game in the genre, and it looks a little bit dark and it looks a little bit magical. I really love the way this game looks. It looks like they combine characters from different games and make them their own. Lots of different abilities, heroes, skills, and missions that you could go on deep inside of these worlds. One to check out. It's done a little bit differently, and it looks like it's a lot of fun. You know how you always see advertisements on YouTube for Raid Shadow Legends? Well, it's becoming like that for Awaken Chaos Era as well. And you could see they've picked up the Raid Shadow Legends advertising campaign style, and even the trailer looks similar. I like the way these characters look. I think they have a nice mythical look to them, and they have a little bit of a cartoony feel compared to Raid. Definitely a little bit different than what you're experiencing right now if you're a Raid Shadow Legends player. And this is one, with the advertising campaigns, you're going to be getting a lot of new players. Kingdom Boss has made itself on today's list mostly because of its vertical gameplay. It's something that we haven't seen, that we rarely ever see, and that's kind of cool because in my opinion, if you want something uber casual, it's better to be in a vertical format where you can just swipe and tap with one hand. I like the idea. Now we're up to Juggernaut Wars. Again, another game very similar to the ones that we've shown so far in today's list, but this is an example of different developers modifying the way characters work, how they're upgraded, what the game looks like, and how the game plays to make it their own. A PvP arena in here is something that's becoming staple inside of these games, and with 50 heroes to choose from, at least right now, you're in good hands. As we get towards the end of the list, Idle Heroes is next up, and this is another one that's fairly popular in the space. I like the artwork, but I've said that quite a bit inside of this video. It seems like the developers of these games are putting a good amount of effort into the way the game looks, which is actually important in my opinion. You need to really enjoy the cinematics, and you need to enjoy what the game looks like while you're playing. Another one that you gotta give a shot. And Dislight is the final game on today's list, also brought to us by Lilith Games, and it looks like we have another vertical game on our hands, which I love. This one is actually upcoming, so right now you could register for the game. You can't actually play it just yet. That's why I put it at the end of today's list. Because it's a Lilith game and because of the way this looks, I think it holds potential, and honestly it looks different than all the other games on today's list. If you guys made it this far in the video, you are an OG. I want you to let me know that you are here with a comment saying hashtag more mobile games in the comments section of this video. While you're down there, remember to subscribe so when I bring my next one, you guys are there. Thanks so much for sticking around. I'll see you guys in my next video. Now be good.